Mad Loafer in a Buldeezy. I've been off the Buldeezy. The problem is my mother is sick. My mother's sister is sick. So I was not good mentally. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything, man. Let me not cry a lot. Let me not focus on the negatives. Let me focus on the positives. So today we're gonna take these vocals from something like this.
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla phakamanganye basogole ngishaya kufocoke mase ngidlala abantu
So sounding like this.
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla phakamanganye basogole ngishaya kufocoke mase ngidlala abantu thukile nezithathame hlisa nomoya ngizela ukhanda ucash unless if you're wasting my time khinusa ngaqamba kufika nges shaya isipande ngithule ngibalo mlomo ngithuluza ngesikomo tryna test me and ngisakujoba ukudlula kakukhona ungangikhona mfana semsi hambelela sesiyajika.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna explain everything. We're using stock plugins and waves plugins, and we're using the legendary auto tune. Yes, sir. Let me just bypass all the basses, the atmospheric delay, and the reverb. Let us listen to the vocals without the beats, with the plugins only, without the basses.
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla phakamanganye basogole ngishaya kufocoke.
So we're just gonna bypass everything. We're gonna turn off all the plugins, and I'm gonna explain plugin by plugin. So we're gonna keep the auto tune right there. These vocals were tracked without the chain, without my recording chain, just raw vocals from this mic to the laptop, straight to the laptop. No recording chain, nothing. So this is with the auto tune only, and the key of this track, it's C minor. The key of your auto tune always depend on the beat you are using. So for this one is C minor, and I kept the retune speed all the way up to 0. You gotta make sure you also go here and use the low latency. After that, I went for the transient processor. You know the drill. The transient processor will make sure it removes your background noise a little bit. If you mess around with this release, it will remove your background noise. Don't overdo it like this, because it will end up smashing your vocals and like removing life to your vocals. So keep it around here, or around here, or around here at least. I love keeping it around here. Yes, sir. Let us listen to that.
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla phakamanganye basogole ngishaya kufocoke mase ngidlala abantu thukile nezithathame hlisa nomoya ngizela ukhanda ucash unless if you west.
So if like your room is not treated, this thing can also help you with that. Yes, sir. That's the transient processor. Now let us go to the vocal rider. I was lazy to go to those vocals and just increase the volume and do that automation trick. I was lazy to do that, so I decided to let me just use the vocal rider to take care of that automatically. So I kept this knob on 1, then this knob is 3.
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla phakamanganye basogole ngishaya kufocoke mase ngidlala abantu thukile nezithathame.
This thing is just bringing my vocals up front, and they are linear. They are just some automatic compression, man. Use the vocal rider before you use all those compressors. Yeah, if you don't want your compressors to work hard, make sure you use the vocal rider first, then you can do compression later. Yeah, then I went for the studio rack. On my studio rack, I got an NS1, the DSR, and the SSL channel. Yeah, for the NS1, I just wanted to remove the background noise since the transient processor didn't work more. It worked a little bit. So this one is gonna work more on my vocals. Let us listen to that.
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla.
Without it,
Bekana namabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana amandla phakamanganye basogole.
there's the NS1, the legendary NS1. Without that, we are nothing on this channel. Then I got a DSR. On this one, I'm removing from 2K to the top, and my threshold is 30. Yeah, I'm just exaggerating this thing because these vocals are kind of they have a lot of those S's, and I didn't track these vocals using my recording chain. So my recording chain usually take care of a lot of those S's, and these vocals were kind of hush hush hush. So I had to take care of that.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye baso.
Yes, sir. Then I went for the SSL channel. The time I used the SSL channel, I wanted to use the compressor only, but I decided to use this filter also, just to remove 100 Hz. But the aim of using the SSL channel was to utilize the compressor. So this thing was just like this, and I pushed the threshold all the way up to -20, and my ratio is just a 2. Yeah, I just love this compressor, guys. I love this compressor. It can make your vocals sound upfront, and you cannot feel like it's compressing a lot. So yeah, let's listen to that.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase ngidlala abantu. Thukela nezithathame hlisa nomoya ngicela ukhanda cash unless if you're wasting my time.
If you feel like this compressor is adding some low end, you can just also roll off the low end here.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase.
Don't do too much, just a little bit. Then I went for the parametric EQ. On my parametric EQ, I rolled off the low end up to 183. Then I dipped some low mids here. I also used the low pass filter just to take care of the high end, because I didn't track these vocals, and this mic is don't have that quality, especially on the top end. It introduces some harsh frequencies, so I had to take care of that.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase ngidlala abantu. Thukela nezithathame.
Yes, sir. Then I decided to use a compressor. My threshold is around here. You can copy this. This attack and release is just a default, and I'm using the high type. All these things are just a default. I only messed around with the ratio and the threshold and the gain. Let us listen to that.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase ngidlala abantu. Thukela nezithathame.
It's not doing a lot, but it's just tucking my vocals together, gluing my vocals together. Then I went for the Fruity multi-band compressor. This bad boy is crazy, guys. This bad boy. You gotta make sure you just put this thing on your vocals only, and mess around with all the knobs, all the ratios, the knee, the attack, the release. Mess around with everything. You're gonna understand that this is a very good plugin. A very good one. Let us listen to this thing.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole.
Without it,
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase.
this is a very good plugin. I'm gonna make sure I leave the link of this chain down below, so you can get the multi-band compressor settings and apply them on your vocals. After that, I went for the studio rec. On my studio rec, I wanted to do a little bit of saturation, compression, and some de-essing. So right here, I went for the NLS channel. On my NLS channel, I used the Nevo. The drive is on 12 o'clock. Just wanted to introduce that high-end saturation, high mids. Let us listen to that.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase.
Yeah, this thing is just adding the high mids and the mids a little bit. Then I went for the legendary C6 presets. This is a legendary preset of this channel. If you have been on this channel, you know this preset. Yeah, let us listen to this. I'm gonna make sure I leave the link of this chain down below.
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje.
Without it,
Bekana na mabakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basokole ngishaya focoke mase ngidlala abantu. Thukela nezithathame hlisa nomoya ngicela ukhanda.
multi-band compressors are super sick, guys. I feel like those are the sickest plugins ever made. I just feel like that. Then I went for the DBX 160. On the DBX 160, I'm just using the lead vocal presets just to give it that smooth color and some compression. Let us listen to that. You can find this preset right here.
Phakamanganye basogole ngishaye focoke mase ngidlala abantu thukelana zithathame shisa nomoya ngicela ukhanda cash unless if you're wasting my time hey kinusa ngaqamba kufika.
Then I felt like the S's are coming in hard. Then I went for the DS just to take care of that. From 5K to the top, I'm just removing that.
Bekana nama bakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaye focoke mase ngidlala abantu.
I wasn't satisfied with that DSR only. Then I went for another DSR, the RDS. On this one, I'm using the split mode, removing around 11K. I was removing that frequency. That's the studio rack. Then I went for the parametric EQ. The aim of the parametric EQ was to control all the things I did, all the compression, all the de-essing, all the EQing, the saturation. I just wanted to use this EQ to control the whole chain before I even apply the L1 limiter, before I chop the peaks. Just wanted to control the vocal chain. Let us listen to that. I'm just falling off the low end and dipping some S's around 9K.
Bekana nama bakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaye focoke mase ngidlala abantu thukelana zithathame shisa nomoya ngicela ukhanda cash unless if you're wasting my time hey kinusa ngaqamba kufika ngehes shaye isipande ngithule ngibalo mlomo ngithuluza ngeshikomo tryna test me ene ngisakujoba ukudlula kakukhona ungangikhona mfana sexy hambelela sesiyajika kahle zakho nsizwa manje sesiyafika estikini ugadle impela ngoba uyagcina.
Yes sir, yes sir. Like if you are using a chain you downloaded or you bought or a preset, just know it's a starting point. It's a already made starting point. So every time, maybe let's say you are using this chain, it's gonna work on your vocals, but we have to go through those plugins, maybe the EQs and the compressors. If you feel like the compressor is working more because we're using different mics, maybe using a very clean microphone, like you won't need the NS1 or the transient processor. You won't need that because your mic is just clean, you don't have that background noise. So yeah, then I went for the L1 limiter. You already know the deal. I was just chopping the peaks, making sure my vocals are just all right all the time.
Bekana nama bakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaye focoke mase ngidlala abantu thukelana.
Then I went for the atmospheric delay. I just wanted my delay bass to feel like it's in the ozone layer, or it's got that atmospheric vibe. Let us listen to that.
Bekana nama bakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaye focoke mase ngidlala abantu thukelana.
So I just went for the basic delay. I'm just using an 8-step one. This OFS knob is 0.2 ms. Then I rolled off the high end, kept this like this. Then my dry is at 0 because this is a bass. Then I went for the reverb just to space out my delay, give my delay that atmospheric vibe. Then I mess around with the mix knob here. Yeah, you can mess around with this if you don't want the spacey color on your delay. You can keep it around here.
Bekana nama bakonto bona makomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole.
So I just wanted my delay to shine more with that reverb. Then I went for the parametric EQ just to control my delay. I didn't want the low end and the high end on my delay. Then I went for the fruity limiter. The aim of the fruity limiter was to dark this delay bars. Let me play this thing without the fruity limiter.
Bhekana namabakhonto bona makhomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaya foco-ke mase ngidlala.
So without the fruity limiter, there's no movement. It's just that static delay. Then if you introduce this, you get this.
Bhekana namabakhonto bona makhomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaya foco-ke mase ngidlala abantu.
I'm sure you can hear that movement. Yeah, so if you wanna do that, you're gonna go to comp and right here. Then if your vocal chain is writing maybe lead vox or chain, right here, when you go to your limiter, when you go to your side chain, you're gonna see the name of your main vocal chain. Maybe let's say it's lead vox. Right here, it's gonna be written lead vox. Yes, sir. Then let us go to my reverb. On my reverb, I'm just using the default presets. The only thing I did here is to lower my dry, because this is a bass. Then I went for the parametric EQ, just to roll off the frequencies I didn't like, just to color my reverb the way I wanted the reverb to sound. Let us listen to this thing.
Bhekana namabakhonto bona makhomto ngathanda ukuzwana manje phakamanganye basogole ngishaya foco-ke mase ngidlala abantu. Thukela nezithatha me shisa nomoya ngizela ukhanda ucash unless if you're wasting my time hey kinusa ngaqhamuka ufika ngehes shaya isipande ngithule ngibalo mlomo ngithuluza ngesikomo tryna test me and ngisakujoba ukudlula kakukhona ungangikhona mfana sex.
And that's how you can mix your vocals, guys. Medlofa is out. Thank you for being patient for me. I'm not good mentally. That's what I know. But I'll keep up with the work. Medlofa is out. Danko.